Hello guys, and welcome to the World Tour / World Download of the Mega Construction Space Edition and Season 2 with me, Poet Plum.
And me, HowlingWesty, and I must say it's been a good run. We might as well have done them as their own same series, really, because they were so linked.
I mean, for example, with our reactor, as we're going to go through, we send power using dimensional transceivers, I think they're called, from Ender.io, over to our space station. So let's go through our first build. So this was our power plant. As you can see, we've got a lovely reception area that we built. Got a printing press, clock, chair, a bunch of other stuff. And by the way, guys, we will be leaving the a link to the mods that we have in the world download. So just as a quick, if you are interested in the world download, there's going to be a set of instructions on how to install all the mods and the world, and then there's going to be the world, and there's going to be the set of mods, and yeah.
And just so you know, guys, we have done a lot of things to this world off camera, which is why we decided we would do a world tour.
Okay, so now as you can see, if we descend down here, we've got reactor number 1 and reactor number 2. I believe at the minute they are online, and as you can see, they are sending power over to this power bank over here. So as you can see, this is inputting 5,000 RF, but it's expending a lot through this guy, which is sending power to the space station. We have got a chunk loader, which is powered using a creative power source, whatever you want to call it, a creative capacitor bank. But yeah, so how this power monitor works is basically once it gets over 75% full, hopefully it should shut off these two reactors to stop them, just wasting their energy. And this is its uranium source, and this is where it dumps its cyanide. And just if you're interested, this lever just opens and closes the door. Nothing special here.
What's on the computer, Potent Plum?
This was going to be I'd say this is a failed attempt at.
Is there anything on the computer?
Well, it was a failed attempt at basically trying to manipulate a reactor using a computer. I believe Corey has replaced it with Worm. I don't really know why, but why not? So yeah, do you want to get on with the next build, Corey?
Yeah, we did add travel anchors to this world at some point.
Yep, so now I believe we should use these travel anchors to get around. So as you can see, let's go to McMorgan's next, as this was the second build that me and Corey did. Where are you, Corey? Have you got lost? Oh, there you are. So yeah, this is the main entrance, and this is what's sending the meat and power from upstairs to downstairs. So if I go down, well, we'll go back here. What we've got is obviously the counter room, but you're probably wondering what does this button do, and what does this button do? This button obviously sends meat out to the customer, and this meat, say the dispenser was getting low, you basically press this button, and it sends another 4 meat ingots to the dispenser. And this is where the meat ingots and meat nuggets are sent downstairs. Now this is where it gets complicated, guys. So we've got a storage of meat ingots ready for decoration. Well, liquid meat, I believe. And in here, this is where all the, crazy stuff happens.
So if we turn the factory on, you will see that it does actually smoke.
Yeah, so we've got some smokers up here. A little bit of a weird setup, but, it works.
And what the factory does is it will spawn in pigs using a powered spawner, and then do you want to explain the rest, Potent Plum?
Yep, so the slaughterhouse will kill them, and then their liquid meat is sent over to this tank, as well as the pink slime. So the meat is then sent into this meat packet, which then creates raw meat ingots and puts them into this chest. And then it'll either be sent into furnace 1, 2, or 3, which smelts them and sends them downstairs. So as you can see, the meat packet has, I believe once another pig or two dies, we should get a little bit more work done in here. Are pigs still spawning, Corey? Yeah, they are. So yeah, meat should then be sent. As you can see, it did create a raw meat ingot there. So,
this is good as well because it can send food up to the space center.
Yep. So now I think this is about all there is in McMorgan's. If you want to go check out any more of the world, definitely go feel free to have a wander around in the world download. So yeah, now let's go to the travel anchor, and let's go to our...
Let's go to Il Cinema.
Yeah, let's go to Il Cinema. So yeah, if you're wondering what that is just because the range is too long for the travel anchor from all the way to McMorgan's to here. So we have a halfway point. So this is quite an interesting build. We've got a glass door with a toilet in this room with a camera, just for security reasons.
Yep, because, you know, the Testivocate likes watching people on the toilet for some reason.
No idea why. And back here we've got a tea set for some reason, and a bunch of plastic cups. And this is where we did the role play of me pouring the drink out and giving it to the undercover boss, I believe.
Of course it's Mountain Dew. It just looks like it.
It does actually look like Mountain Dew actually, but yeah. And this is the ticket machine. Currently has some golden tickets in it. And if you press that, obviously sends a ticket out to the customer, which Corey's renamed as cinema ticket. Now in here, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So we've got a bunch of oak seats with the backs on them, and obviously this is the big viewing screen, and this is where you basically put in the code, because I believe underneath this computer there is a disk drive with the A Long Time Ago by Dan200, which is the Star Wars Easter egg. And basically, you basically put in a bit, you know, some code in there. I don't know the code off the top of my head, but what you can do is put the code in there and run the Star Wars film on the big screen, then sit back and enjoy the film.
Yeah, so if you want to see the Star Wars film, because we don't know the code, you could always go check out the episode in which we built the cinema.
Yep, so if you're probably wondering what these levers do, this basically retracts light if you pull this, and this makes the blackout curtains go up and down. Now I'm just going to leave the curtains down, the lights on. So yeah, now I believe this is all we really did do in the regular Mega Construction. We mainly focused on Space Station.
However, we do have one build in the regular world that links to the space station.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting onto next. I don't believe we've travel anchored it actually, which I really think we should have done. Now, do you know where it is, Corey?
Yeah, it's right behind McMorgan's. We should probably put the travel anchor in the reception area of this build.
Good point. Hopefully this should be in range. So I believe here looks about right, although it does... Whoops, there we go. Travel anchor, and this is... Or shall I just...
Space Control Center.
Alright, so I'll set it to public, and now here we go. We can walk to McMorgan's, and we can go back. So there we go. Now that's all set up. So we've got the lovely reception area over here. We kind of went with sort of a vintage sort of feel here. This is meant to sort of look a bit old-fashioned. Then through here, if we go through these doors, we've got the actual control center.
Yeah, this is where the control guys, mission control, would sit on their computers and talk to the astronauts.
Yep. So here, if you wonder what this does, this actually opens and closes these drawbridges here, and
I'll set it off while... Never mind.
But so beyond this point, this is basically just meant to be a snack room for all the Space Control Center workers.
However, a creeper kind of blew up all the food.
Yep. So here, I don't believe this lever actually does anything, to be honest, so I don't even know why that's there. But here we've got a toilet with, you know, just you know, some pretty basic stuff in here. Just got a sink, soap holder, toilet, the toilet pipe, whatever, and the toilet paper.
You know, for all of those space duties.
Yep. Got a big screen here if anything goes on. This is just for decoration, doesn't really serve any purpose at the minute. And through here, this is where it gets interesting. So you've got two lanes. This is for where the astronauts would come off of their mission, and this is where, you know, if you're going onto the space mission, you go through here.
This is open to the public, as the public are allowed to go to the space station, stay at the hotel, and all that stuff.
So what you can do now is press this button, and this will make the pistons retract, and then you can go into here. Now, you're probably wondering, if you've not seen dynamic transport before, how on earth do you use this? Well, you basically go into this interface, and this button just opens and closes the door. You go into here and you press 82, which is the Y level, I believe, of this area up here. So as you can see, we've now made it, and now we're going to press the button again, and now we're here. And what you can do is you can go along this conveyor belt here, and then you can go through this portal, and then this takes you straight to the space, you want to call it. Here we go, we're here. You okay there, Corey?
Should be fine, yeah.
Alright, so now, I don't really know where to start, so let's go to the bottom floor. So bottom floor wise, what's here is we've got all the rooms. All the rooms I believe are identical.
Number 4 is a bit different because it has armor stands and
Yep.
an Xbox 360 because of course this is Potent Plum's room.
Yeah, this is where I'm staying. So I've got my amazing armor, some books on here.
I think they're actually games.
Maybe, I have no idea. They're kind of glitching a little bit up there, but...
And then every other room should have a standard box TV.
Yep, so in my room, we've just got, bedside table, the bed. So yeah, most of these rooms do look pretty much the same, so we'll show you a standard room.
Yeah, so
NES.
every room has a analog television and an NES console.
Yeah, because in the year like 2100, we still have, analog TVs. The technology is no longer obsolete, apparently. So yeah, now let's go up to the next floor, which is the gym. So we've got some yoga mats over here to do whatever you want to do. Got some treadmills to, do a bit of running or whatever. And now over here, we've got a retro gym bike. I've got no idea what Corey had in mind when he built this.
This space station seems to like its old technology.
Yeah. So here we've got some punching bags, which I don't recommend you actually punch, because if you do, it kind of breaks them for some reason. I don't really think the mod author of DecoCraft had that in mind. But yeah. Now let's go up to the top floor, because this is the party room, I believe, Corey?
Yep.
So we've got some music over here, playing C418 chirp, and a AE system access, which is pretty cool. And over here we've got the bar and a food area. Now if you pull this, if the lever's in the up direction, then that makes the drawbridges retract. Close it, or put the lever down, and then that'll close the drawbridge roof. So now if we go down to this floor, this is where things really do get a little bit interesting. So we've got
through here we have the AE system.
Yeah, this is the ME controller. Kind of overkill for the AE system we've got, but we've got a bunch of 64K storage drives and a painting machine and a dimensional transceiver. And here, this is just the
Sorry about that.
the reception area for the hotels. Usually it has a testificate behind here.
If you look in the dispenser, you should see that it actually has keys to the rooms.
Yeah. So in here, as you can see, we've got key to room 1, 3, 2... Oh, I believe we...
5.
Yeah, and 5. I believe I did a shoot one out there.
I have no idea where the other ones are.
Yeah, I believe I had key to room 4 when we do the Mega Conk, when we do the 100 subs finale. And over here, this is where we have... I know you're kind of exposed to space a little bit here in this corridor, but it's fine. Hopefully you won't die.
Oh, wow.
So again, as you can see, we've got a chest here. This is the weaponry that me and Corey had the standoff.
This is basically the defense probe sort of thing, a defense ship that they send off to attack other ships that attack the station.
And here, this lever just closes the drawbridge, so if everyone wants to leave, it can do that to seal the airlock again. So here, we've got the main hub, or primary hub area, and through here, we have a biodome. Now, Corey, you still haven't fixed this biodome. There's still a bit of a hole here.
Oh, sorry.
Well, it's fine. I've fixed it now.
Potent Plum accidentally blew it up.
Yeah, I was testing a plasma launcher, and then the explosion radius is bigger than what you think it is. But here we have more AE system access, and if we go down to the second floor, this is a area where I believe when this is on, this activates the spawner, and these mob grinders are working. Now if you want to know how to use the powered spawner or the mob grinder, go check out the tutorial videos I did on this channel. And these will send all of their meat and whatever they gather from the cows, which I believe are spawning. Yep, we're spawning cows, they die, then all the meat and stuff gets sent downstairs where it's cooked. Pretty cool.
And on downstairs.
Yeah, so there is a painting machine here. This is what I just used to do the facades, I believe. Alright, now onto the bottom floor, we've got just a farming area where the potatoes are farmed by this thing. And here we've got the ME interfaces where it basically exports all the raw beef to be cooked into steak. And this, I believe, is just sending power and whatever to this thing. Alright, so do you want to go back up to the primary hub area, Corey?
Yep, and we can show off that nice library we built.
Okay, you can have unhoed the floor. I'll go and take care of that. Alright, so opposite to the biodome, we have a library area with, you know, just some books everywhere. 80 system access, of course.
If you look at some of the books, some of them are actually written in by me.
Right, so yeah, we've got some of the enchanted books. Not just another enchanted book. What was that enchantment?
I think if you look on the other side, that's where most of the written ones are. Oh, there's one there.
Right, funny names by HowlingWesty. Joe King, Neil Dover, Ben. Oh, Corey, wow, that should not have been on YouTube, but it's there. We can't do anything about it. So yeah. Now what we're going to do is go over to the bridge area where the people would go, you know, to solve the commander, the captain, whatever. So we've got a helms over here where the, you know, the pilot can do whatever. Although,
maybe they could play worm if they wanted to.
Yep, we've got an open and closable roof. Like, although it does seem to close a bit funny just due to the awkward shape of the. So if you close it, look, see how it's all rigid here. But when you know, when you send the blocks back, then it seems to be fine. But yeah, so we've got 80 system access.
We also
over
have
here.
a nuclear alarm.
Yeah. I'm not even going to play. That sounds absolutely horrible. And here we've got a burglar alarm, which we used in the mega when we blew the place up basically in the last episode. So yeah, and to the right we have a medical bay, which I'm going to show you now. There's not too much in here, just some healer blocks, instant feeder with a command block underneath which gives you food, and here we've got the XP drainage system and an XP shower. Whenever you flick that up, the XP drains into the player and then you get XP from it.
I told you it's Mountain Dew.
Okay then, so you're just going to go under here and then just drink the Mountain Dew that just pours out. I'm going to say it pours out rather quickly, so you'll have to drink pretty quick.
Okay, so across from the medical bay, we've got the science laboratory.
So this area specifically is the chemistry area, and this is where I was trying to automate. I was trying to make peroxide ions. I honestly have no idea what I was trying to make here, but yeah. So I've got some conduits and stuff over here feeding stuff from the decomposer, I believe, into the synthesis machine, and then that into the chest. But it was a bit of a failed attempt at automation. And over here we've got some, you know, just some chemistry sets, Bunsen burners, and a microscope.
And I think if we take the elevator down, we can show you the astrology division.
So as you can see here, we've got, you know, an orrery, we've got some telescopes, you know, just stuff to look at the stars or whatever. And as you can see now, I'm going to go through here, guys. And now we're on the secondary hub area. So this is Corey's arcade area with some virtual boys.
So if you actually... Why is there NESs on the arcade machines?
I honestly have no idea, Corey. I think they were meant... I think that was when we were trying to decorate it and make them look pretty cool. That was just us trying to do stuff. So we've got virtual boys on here.
So if you go on the arcade machines and show everyone Worm...
That apparently are not working, Corey.
They just need debugging. You only need to type in Worm and it'll work.
Okay, so as you can see, we can click select difficulty, and here we go, we're playing Worm. I'm not going to go through the full game, but as you can see, all you need to type in is Worm to get the game working. And here we've got NES and TVs, apparently.
This is our multiplayer section. Of course, the arcade machines don't allow multiplayer, so we've got an NES.
Okay, and Virtual Boys, which I believe were not the best console to ever be made, let's put it that way. So yeah, now we're going to go through here, and now we're in the secondary hub area. So over here, we have nothing connecting at the front. Down here, we just have a section connecting to the biodome, which is the potato farm area. And through here, this is a cobble gen area that I set up. I mean, there may have been something more interesting I was going to put in here, but I just thought, to keep it simple, I'd just do cobblestone. So I've got some crafters, trying to craft it into octuple compressed cobblestone. I believe now we're almost up to sextuple, which is wow, it's like 500,000 pieces of cobblestone we've made here, Corey.
So
That's
next
pretty crazy.
we should go to the space dock.
I believe to get to the space dock there is. I can't believe we've not shown this yet, but there is an elevator which you can sort of interact with. So as you can see, this is the secondary hub. So now we're going to go to the space dock area. It is a little bit awkward when you have 2 players in the elevator, but yeah. So we've got an area down here where people with their ships can basically dock, and so people say they're in like, I don't know, a little transport pod or something, they can come here, dock their ships. There is an exception though, and that is the ship outside here.
But that is for defence. It's
Yeah.
not a civilian ship.
Yeah, this is just for civilians to come and dock and do whatever. So now, I believe we're on to one of our final sections to go to, and that is the engineering section, I believe. What are you doing, Corey?
I need to go up as well.
Okay. Here you go, so now let's go to the engineering section, which doesn't have too much stuff in it. It has some carpenter saves, which for some reason have some speed upgrades in, and the rest of them are empty. And we have a warp core and some information panels from Pneumatic Craft telling us that it's on standby, and a thermal control monitor from Nuclear Control 2.
So, yeah guys, I think that is probably everything for this world.
I believe there is sort of one last thing I would like to show you guys. I mean, we've covered all the interior, but now I just want to move to a quick feature that's sort of outside of the space station, and that is the warp engines over here.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about those.
So yeah, these are the engines that I built. These two are identical to my knowledge anyway, and these are going to drive the ship straight into space, because we were trying to make it into a space station, but then we realised, why just not make it into a, an actual ship that moves?
Yep, so, of course, this ship, it's a bit of a weird design.
Yeah, I mean, it's not your typical ship. I mean, that looks alright. Like, if you ignored the rest of the ship and just had that doesn't actually look half bad. But when you look at the rest of it, you think, yeah, not quite a ship. But, I mean, the interior looks good. Just looks a little bit funny from the outside. Especially with this really weird thing at the front. As you can see, it's not quite loaded in yet, but
I don't think if this was a real ship that would be structurally stable, but
yeah, I mean, if it was a real ship, I'm more than like that would probably snap off or something.
yeah, and it might topple over with there being, I think there's definitely more weight on the right side of the ship.
Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed this world tour, guys. Go check out the link in the description if you want to download this world. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Goodbye from Potaplum.
And HowlingWesty.